Hey guys, what's up? So this is going to be a little bit of a vloggy thing, just because I have been having a really hard time finding good material to narrate. The last material that I read, it's really hard to read something really epic and then try and follow it with something that you feel is kind of mediocre. So sorry there hasn't been a video in a while, but I do have a kind of a personal story to tell you, something that happened to me last night that's a little bit creepy to me. So last night I went to bed pretty early. I went to bed, I want to say maybe around 9:30. And I don't know, I was asleep for a while. I know that. I don't know if my boyfriend had just gone to bed or if he had already been in bed. But he may have already been in bed, but he falls asleep really quickly. Anyway, so I'm there and I'm asleep, dead asleep, and I hear a lady, like, I want to say she had to have been 2 houses down. She was on my street outside. I hear the most blood-curdling fucking scream I've ever heard in my life. Like, I've heard screams in horror movies, yeah, but this scream from this, whoever was this lady, I've never heard a scream like that in my life, like, for real, like a legit scream. It sounded like she was just terrified to the 10th degree, like if she walked in to her house and her whole family was murdered. It was just that kind of scream. And I rolled over and I remember I looked at my boyfriend and I said, "Did I dream that?" And I didn't really say or explain what I was even talking about. I just asked him the question. But when I rolled over, he was already looking out of the window. And he just says, "Nope." And I just kind of sat there like, wow, because I mean, I know that I heard it, and now I knew that he heard it because he had no idea what I was even talking about when I asked him that question. So obviously he heard it or something. So we're just kind of sitting there. And it was really weird because it was just a scream, one scream. And I remember trying to listen for things like car tires, like if somebody had gotten run over or something, car tires skidding, or a car speeding off, like if somebody had gotten kidnapped, just some kind of vocal triggers, like audio triggers to say that something happened to cause the scream, but there wasn't anything. It was just the scream and then it was quiet. I did hear a man's voice, but I'm pretty positive, because we're pretty cool with them. I think it was our neighbors coming outside to see if anything had happened, because it was that loud. It was seriously really loud. And our neighborhood's pretty quiet, so it's not some, where there's a lot of traffic or anything like that. It was in the middle of the night. So after a while, especially thinking about it today, I noticed that after the scream had happened, none of the dogs on our street barked. And that to me is really weird because they bark for anything. And the majority of our neighborhood have dogs, outside dogs, in their fences. So if anything happens, if somebody even walks down the street, they bark. We have 3 dogs, and none of them barked, but they heard it because they were alert. So after the scream, none of the dogs barked, and I thought that was really weird. And then another thing is that our blue heeler, Violet, she's real protective, usually, and she usually sleeps on the floor because she doesn't, want to sleep on the bed or anything like that. But last night, for some reason, she slept on the bed between us. Like, she was huddled up real close to my boyfriend all night. She didn't move. She didn't get down once. So I thought that was really weird. I have no idea what it was. This morning there was no ambulance or any kind of, police cars or anything on our street. There was no police cars last night. It was a scream. It was a unexplained scream. So, really freaked me out. And I remember just looking at my boyfriend and the way that he looked, because I think, that's why I want to say maybe it woke him up, because he did say, "What a terrible way to wake up." So I don't know. It was just, that's kind of what I wanted to share. It's a little spooky to me, and I thought I'd just make a short video since I haven't made one in a while. But, okay, that's it. So I'm still on the hunt for material, and hopefully I'll be able to find something cool. Please recommend stories if you want me to read stories. I'm at the point where even if they've been done 1,000 times, I'll still do them because you guys want to hear them. So if you have any stories that you've written and you want me to read, I'll have a go at it. Just send them to my inbox on YouTube or send them to my email address, hellsyeacreepyshit@gmail.com, or you can submit them to my Tumblr ask box. I'll have all those links for you below. So anyway, have a good day. Tuesday fucking sucks. All right, bye guys.